Hello, Ronak. Excellent work. Seeing you progress through the course so fast. That's fantastic. Just a tip. Putting your work through Google Docs will help you spot some errors. Yeah. And this will free up time for us so we can focus on giving you improvements rather than corrections. Okay, let's go. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether the Olympic Games, just like the question, the Olympic Games, hold any importance anymore in recent times. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Google got it right there. While some believe playing games does not reap any benefit to the society, does not reap any benefit for society, I think sounds better. Benefit for society. Personally, I strongly disagree. Be careful here. Such a shame to lose points on small little errors like that. And this essay will discuss both sides, taking examples from Brazil and India to demonstrate points and support arguments. Beautiful. Good way to start. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that the athletic competition event has a myriad of negative effects which cannot be ignored. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, while competing, players have suffered permanent injuries and even a death in that matter. And even death would just be enough. Would be enough. We don't need in that matter. Okay? Because we know we're talking about the Olympics. And it kind of like clouds the communication. Okay. Secondly, the environment is polluted by the enthusiastic supporters or by the enthusiastic, and we change it to an adjective, supporters, by littering around carelessly. Okay. Now this is a good point. I hope you're okay. Yeah, I was really hoping that this example would say exactly the same as we've just mentioned here. But it doesn't. We've talked about air quality, and I don't think littering directly influences air quality. Okay? And it's a shame. It could have been so easy. Anyway, let's go. For example, recent empirical research by the Brazilian government, showed that the air quality of the capital state, Brasilia, deteriorated sharply by 40% during the competition. So I think it's like the third or fourth time I've had to correct the use of articles. So what I recommend, Ronak, and really spend a good few hours doing this before even sending in the next essay, is go for a close test. Yeah? .fr is a good one. And first of all, review the grammatical rules involved with articles. Second, go to close.fr, copy paste a document or some text from bbc.co.uk about something that you like, and then just go through and set up the test so you're deleting the and a, and go through and just try and get in and do this a lot, because the use of articles is a very important skill. Okay, and it'll be a good time to do it now while you're at the beginning of the course. So let's go back. So what I wanted to say about this was, ideally we want an example that proves littering. Yeah. For example, recent empirical research by the Brazilian government showed that the amount of garbage on the street in the capital state of Brasilia increased sharply by 40% during the competition. Yeah? Therefore, it is conclusively clear that organising participants in the sports, and that doesn't need to be capitalised, in sports competitions such as the Olympics bear, I think we've got the wrong bear there, a huge risk. No, it's not a huge risk, is it, if it's just littering? And air quality, yeah, I guess maybe it could, if we do stick with this one, bear a serious economic threat or serious pollution threat during the event and contribute to the deteriorating level of air quality. Deteriorating means lessening level of pollution, and they don't. They contribute to the increasing level of pollution. Okay? So this is an issue with cohesion and coherence. So be careful there, Ronak. On the other hand, comma. Although there is a case for an unexpected situations. What's the error here? Okay? For an unexpected situation and okay, so let's just make it all plural. For unexpected situations and circumstances, the benefits of the Olympics cannot be overstated. Let's see what Google says. Yes. This is largely because it generates employment in the field of event management and marketing, and also contributes towards raising the GDP of the country. Google is going to make me redundant soon. By increasing demand for merchandise and electronic gadgets. Beautiful. Beautiful. Furthermore, we've got some very good sentences here. And we're following the logic of the sentence guide perfectly. So well done. And we've got additional points in there. Good. Furthermore, it promotes physical fitness amongst the participants in order to stay fit and be able to compete against the opponents. I'm not so convinced about this argument. Okay. Well, so first of all, we've got this point, which is fine, and then we've got this point, okay, which is weak because it says it's promoting fitness amongst the participants. These are professional athletes, yeah? They don't need, like, fitness to be promoted to them. But we should have said amongst the audience, yeah? Furthermore, it promotes physical fitness amongst the audience because with the huge TV audience, normal citizens can be inspired to start participating in certain sports. And then our example will prove this point, yeah? For example, when the famous Russian weightlifter, I don't know, Vladimir, won the Olympics, participation in weightlifting in Russia increased by over 20%, according to the Russian Bureau of Sport. Full stop. And our example backs up our argument. Here, I don't think it does. For example, an extensive study by the Indian government showed that employment during the Olympic season rises by 18% and the sale of protein supplements plunges by 27%. What has protein supplements got to do with it? Just delete that, yeah? But if we're going to have this argument, we should say that, furthermore, it promotes employment in the country, yeah? And then this example corresponds with our point. So just be careful with this. We need to be really certain that the example says exactly the same as our point, but just in a different language. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that the Olympics has a terrible impact on the society. Terrible impact. Employment raises by 18%. That's fantastic. Yeah? So if we'd have said employment falls by 18%, then it's terrible. Yeah? It has a terrible impact on the society and should be welcomed. What? And should not be welcomed? Really, this is a serious issue because we're using the wrong verbs and it's having a completely opposite effect. Not just the wrong verbs, the direct opposite has a fantastic impact on the society, should be welcomed wholeheartedly. Okay, so just be careful with the logic of your arguments. From the examples and arguments given, I firmly believe that even though there is a threat to physical well-being and concern over an alarming air quality index, no capitalization needed there, the athletic competition provides jobs to the huge number of job seekers, and it galvanizes the audience to stay fit, or spectators to stay fit, and therefore its impact is considerably positive, not greater, because if we're using greater, we're using a comparative. Greater than the snooker championship. Greater than, I don't know, what other event? Greater than a trade seminar, whatever. But we just want to say is considerably, impact is considerably felt, we could even say. With the rise in the number of people choosing sports as their career, it is predicted that the importance of Olympics will grow increasingly over the years. Fantastic end sentence there. But really, double and triple check that we've got the right words and we've got a string of logic throughout the whole paragraph. Okay? It needs to be consistently like the same argument, and it needs to be coherent from beginning to end. Let's have a look at the next one. Dear Sarah Madam, I'm writing to you to organise the production of a new wireless headphone with enhanced sound quality because our current stock, or the current stock, will be exhausted in the near future. Good. Furthermore, I am pleased to inform you, capitalization, that the headphone model 6234 has received a positive feedback from the client, and we are delighted to inform you that we've just said this, try to avoid the repetition, and we are delighted to say that nearly 80% of the stock has already been sold out. Genius. I'd like to inform you a third time, be careful of repetition, Ronak, that in the month of August 2019, the government has organised an event in which retailers are invited to exhibit and sell their products. I would like to take this golden opportunity, and maximise the sale of a new model 7345. Hence, I would need the new set of headphones for testing and analysing their performance, it's plural, durability before displaying them in the exhibition. I'm enclosing a set of terms and conditions required to be adhered to while manufacturing the product as per order by the state government. Good. No, as per the order by our company. Unless are we talking about the rules and regulations? Are we talking about the terms and conditions of the contract? It's unclear. Okay, so that needs to be clarified. Look forward to hearing from you. Yours sincerely, Ronak. Excellent work there. What item do you need? Why do you need it? And arrange the production. Fantastic. Task response sorted there with full points there. So, good work there, Ronak. You know what to do now. Implement all the corrections. Update your error list. Please review the use of articles and spend a good few hours on this and do the close tests online or some other online quizzes. And then write us 2 new essays. Check those essays for mistakes before sending them to us, and then send it all back in one email. The new essays, the corrected essays, and your updated error list, okay? Keep working, keep moving forward. You're doing really well. All the best.